If you are watching this video, you probably already know how amazing Bend, Oregon can be, but it's not all peaches and cream. Today, I'm going to talk about 7 things about Bend that aren't so amazing, and to be really honest, some things I absolutely hate about living in Bend, Oregon. Make sure you stick around to the end where I talk about a unique thing about Bend that sets it apart from the rest of the world. Hi there, I'm Carin Jackson, a realtor in Bend, Oregon, and I get calls all the time from people moving here, and I love helping them make the relocation process as smooth as possible. So if you are thinking about moving to Bend, give me a call. I'd love to help you too. And if this is your first time to my channel, make sure you subscribe to get weekly videos all about Bend, and don't forget to get this video a like. So let's get started talking about some not so awesome things about Bend. Number 1, Bend has short summers. If you love to be around warm weather for the bulk of the year, Bend is not your place. It really doesn't get warm until July and only lasts until September, and if we're lucky, sometimes into the beginning of October. My husband and I joke around that when Bend has a starting digit of a 6 or higher in October through May, we all get a little giddy around here. Coming from California myself, I was used to wearing flip-flops pretty much all year long, and that definitely doesn't happen in Bend. The nice thing is, though, that because we are higher in elevation and have a very dry climate, we'll talk more about that in a bit, when it's sunny out, it feels much warmer than it actually is. I've acclimated pretty well here, and even on winter days where it may be 20 degrees outside, if I'm out in the sun, I find that I might not even need a jacket. Number 2, potholes. And because we have such long winters, we tend to get a lot of potholes. They are everywhere across town, but especially in the older parts because the materials are getting older and breaking down, and because newer roads are better constructed and use longer lasting materials. Be ready to get your car aligned occasionally because these babies can really take a toll on your car. One nice thing when it comes to the potholes is that if your car does get damaged by one, if the pothole was reported in the city and wasn't fixed, guess who's paying to get your car fixed? Hint, it's not you. Number 3, allergies. We have several different allergy seasons here in Bend that include juniper. Ugh, my nemesis. This stuff makes me feel like I have a severe case of the flu every year without fail. Juniper pollen sheds in late February or early March and lasts through the middle of April. When it rains during this time, it pushes all the pollen down and it covers everything in a light green powder. It's crazy to see. And just when you thought you'd get a break when the juniper stops, you get another month of birch, cottonwood, and maple filling the air with their pollen. Grass starts to pollinate in early June and stretches to the middle of July. Wild weeds like Russian thistle and firebrush pollinate throughout the summer until we have our first frost. As you can see, we have only a few months where we don't have something trying to make us sneeze. Number 4, smoky summers. Very similar to number 3, if you suffer from severe asthma, Bend in the summer might be an issue for you. We live in the middle of forest land. I'm sure that's why some of you are considering moving to Bend. But July through September is our fire season, which can make some of those outdoor activities you want to do nearly impossible. It can be weeks at a time where the air quality is unhealthy and unsafe for outside activities. There have been times my daughter was stuck inside during the last few weeks of her summer vacation, and even when the kids were back to school, they had to stay inside because the air quality was so poor. Don't forget to change your air filters in your house and your car after fire season. You'd be surprised at how dirty those things get. Number 5, it's dry. As I briefly mentioned in number 1, it's very dry here. You're going to need a lot of moisturizer if you don't want to feel like a dried up lizard. For those of you that use mascara, you'll notice it dries up faster as well. Get a humidifier for several rooms of your home. It's made a huge difference for me and my family. You'll also want to stock up on conditioner so your hair doesn't become too dry, and it will help with the crazy amount of static electricity Bend gets. And don't forget the sunscreen since we are in a higher elevation, which makes it easier to get sunburns. Number 6, Roundabouts. Bend has an unofficial title of being the roundabout capital of the US amongst its residents because we have so many roundabouts here, and the city is constantly upgrading older neighborhoods they think could benefit from one. Some people think they are annoying and difficult to navigate, while others think they are beneficial to keep the flow of our ever growing city moving. If you aren't used to roundabouts, the easiest way to think about them is like driving up to a yield sign. If no cars are coming or you have room to move into the flow of traffic, then go for it. If cars are coming, simply don't go. Fun fact, Carmel, Indiana is actually the city that has the most roundabouts in the United States. Number 7, homeowner associations. Hate HOAs? Then you may want to reconsider moving to Bend, Oregon because more neighborhoods than not have an HOA. Some HOAs are expensive and can run upwards of $300 or more a month, where others are $200 for the entire year. This is just something to keep in mind when you're looking to move to Bend. And the fun and unique thing about Bend is that we have the very last blockbuster on earth. Yes, take a trip back in time and browse the aisles for a new movie or a classic favorite. There is also a Papa Murphy's right next door, so you can make it a complete night and relax with a pizza and a movie. Don't worry if you don't live here and you can't come for a visit. You can go to their website and purchase some memorabilia like clothes, keychains, cups, and more. There's even a fun blockbuster themed game. Netflix did an awesome documentary on the last blockbuster that is definitely worth checking out. If these 7 things didn't scare you off and you are still interested in moving to Bend, Oregon, contact me. I'd love to help you. Just want a little bit more information about Bend? I have a playlist of videos I've done right over here that you can check out that's full of info on Bend, like this video on 5 top Bend, Oregon neighborhoods. Until next time.